Hi, and welcome to this tutorial about the color correction node. So the way Nuke works, it's basically a set of nodes, as you've been surely noticing. And so what you want to do is to, let's say you get this footage, but you have multiple shots, and you notice that the brightness of it aren't the same. Is you can do like a set of color correct nodes, like a base group of nodes, and then reapply to a lot of shots really easily. And also what I like about Nuke is visually. Color correct, so you can do tab color correct. You can go into color and then color correct. And as you can see, it's a shortcut C. So in our case, C will create the node. In the node, you're going to get multiple tabs. And so here we have the master, which I tend to use in general because it's a quick way to do a overall global color correct. All of the values from shadows, midtones, and highlight are controlled by the range of these curves. So you can actually, once you do get a handle on color correcting, you can start manipulating those and actually doing different stuff depending on your shot's color correction need. So let's say I have saturation. This is basic function. So the more saturation, the more I'll take the color information in the plate. So you can do that. You can go in and do less contrasty, more contrast. So again, it's all based off your shot value. So you still need to be careful that you don't crush any values in there. And gain. So this is more like stops, gamma. So you can reach have it more dark. So there's multiples way to work like this. Also here you have a color picker. So let's say you want a specific, oops, one click too many. So now I just selected a color that doesn't really register because the values are too low. But yeah, so you can actually go in also by clicking the color wheel tab and actually go in and do some color correct like this. And you can do this to all values in your shot. If you right click and do revert knobs, it all comes back to the default values of that node. So let's say in our case we want to adjust a little bit the shadow, like boost the shadows. If you go too high, again, it's a very subtle art color correction. I know that most of junior compositors will go in and start playing with some values. I did that when I was started, but you still need to be careful not to touch, especially in VFX, not to touch your plate in general, unless your lead or supervisor ask you specifically, because there's another process after doing compositing, which is color grading, also known as DI, that comes right after. That's basically the color timing of the entire show. And if you start playing with the colors on one individual shot, which might be sandwiched between several live shots, you might cause reason to panic. So again, you can adjust the saturation in the shadows. Same thing for midtones. You can adjust midtones. So, and also the highlights, you can boost. You can see at the corner here, you can boost the highlights. And in our case, let's say I were to change the highlight values, you see how it's just going through and adjusting according to these curves. So that's how you do adjustments with these, so that your range is a little bit more there's more range per either shadows, midtones, or highlight. So yeah, that's about it. So that was the quick overview of before and after. So that was the color correction node and a very simple explanation. Thank you for watching, and be on the lookout for our next tutorial. Thank you.